color of your hair. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Mr. Saba, a lifestyle blogger from Lagos, Nigeria. And on this channel, I share stories and provide tips to help you better navigate life. Now, today we're on another episode of our entrepreneurship series where I feature a few successful entrepreneurs in Lagos, Nigeria. Because guys, I care about you. So if you're an aspiring entrepreneur or a current entrepreneur, please click that notification button because this series is going to be packed with inspiration and motivation. Alright guys, so today I have with me Emi Bakre. Yes, the man himself. He's the CEO of Kraks TV, a comedy and entertainment company here in Lagos, Nigeria. So guys, so I've known Femi since college, right? We don't do college, well, university, secondary school. Okay, well, I actually knew you in Unilag.
Okay, so.
Yeah, and his nickname then was Guy One. Yeah, Femi is super smart, top of the class smart, and he's also a very amazing guy. Now, single ladies, don't daydream. He's married with a kid. Sorry. But yeah, Femi is a really great person, so I'm happy to have him here on my channel. And I don't know if I ever told you this, but Femi, thank you so much for all the times you bought us chicken and chips to Unilag. Like, I really appreciated that kind gesture. Thank you so much. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to let Femi introduce himself. So Femi, please tell us about yourself, your educational background, and give us more information about Kraks TV.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Femi Bakre. I'm a graduate of electrical engineering from University of Lagos. I also did a master's in future power networks at Imperial College in London. Shortly after my BSc, I was in Unilag. I think I worked as an intern at AppZone, where I did software engineering for about 3 months. I found it very boring. Then later on, a friend and myself were working on like different business ideas, and he brought up an idea for us to create a website to curate funny videos. So he came up with the name Kraks, and he worked on the website, I worked on the social media. So that was when the whole thing started. We both had like zero knowledge of social media content creation. But I don't know, but from software, that was like my very first time being active online. So I just found it interesting, like the software, the internet, watching like creative videos from people overseas. It just kind of like inspired me and helped me discover my creative self.
Wow.
So we've been able to grow from strength to strength. From then on, we've gone from being in just an Instagram page to a full-fledged digital media company. Right now, we're a registered business. We got registered in like 2016, 2017. Registered business, we pay taxes. We have about 20 plus employees.
Wow.
We have like a bunch of big clients like the MTNs, the DSTVs.
Wow, that's amazing.
We offer a range of services from like advertising, content creation, just anything media.
Wow.
You definitely find Kraks media there.
Wow, that's really impressive, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. So I guess let's go to the popular question people always have in mind, like how did you transition from being a first class graduate of chemical, you studied chemical engineering, electrical,
yeah. Okay.
Oh wow, I thought it was chemical,
No,
electrical engineering, to being the CEO of Kraks TV. Like, how did that happen?
I like to see myself as someone that is fueled by his passion. So at every point in time, I always check within myself to know, okay, what interests me at this point in time. So I think after school, when I was in uni, my sole interest, my sole purpose was to finish the first class. Do you understand? So I ensured that I put in all the necessary effort to achieve that goal. And I think after uni, I think I got burned out. I was tired of studying. Like even up until now, I'm still burned out.
Oh my God! How many years after?
Trust me, the amount of jacking that I did in uni.
I can testify.
Even from secondary school.
True.
Like consistently.
All the all-nighters. This is what they look like.
I know all the all-nighters. So I think when I discovered social media, it was just a different thing for me. I think it first started, I think there's this Muslim program that I attended during my NYSC, and one of the projects we worked on then was to interview undergrads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just to I think we're kind of trying to like teach them about life, help them with their career. With their career management and all of that. So I was in charge of media, so I did the recording, I also did the edit. That was like my very first time into the videos, and I found it interesting. So when we started working on Kraks, I just kind of took that little knowledge, and just started building on it. So I don't know, it was just, I think social media, from seeing the followers grow, it became addictive. I think that was something that really worked in my favor. There's always this dopamine rush every time I wake up and I see 100 followers.
Wow.
So I'll wake up every morning and I'll do everything humanly possible to get like this 1,000 followers every day. Like I'll follow people, I'll try to look for content to post, I'll try to create my own content. I had no knowledge. But everything just worked out. From 100 followers to 1,000 to 5,000, 10,000, 20, 100,000. Now we're like 2 point something million. So just, I think, even though, like I just did this thing for fun. I didn't do it with the sole purpose of profit. Yes, but then just seeing something grow, seeing the numbers grow, you've been able to build something that puts a smile on people's faces. That was the reason to keep doing it. And I was jobless at the time, but I was during the NYSC. I love free time, so the whole Kraks thing was like my full-time job then.
Wow, that's amazing. And if you're not following Kraks TV, I really don't know what you're doing. And I'm not saying this because Femi is here. If you need regular dose of laughter and fun in your life to lighten up your day, please follow them on all social media platforms.
Also on YouTube, Kraks HQ on YouTube.
You heard that. You'll come back to thank me. All right. So how do you employ staff, for your company? What are the main characteristics you look out for when employing people?
Okay. I would like to see us as an unorthodox company. Like for me personally, I don't care where you studied at school. I don't even care if you have a degree. Do you understand? I feel like the world has evolved so much that what matters the most is if you can do the job. Do you understand? So, but over here, we like to. I think primarily you have to. You have to be skilled at whatever it is that you do. Even if you're not so skilled, if you have that willingness to learn, that's also very important. You also have to be well behaved. I think that's one thing. Well, most of our employees have the best character. You don't find crazy people here. You're supposed to be very creative and be able to think outside the box.
That's really good. I like that. Creativity, great character, very important. And be skilled at what you do and have a teachable spirit, be willing to learn.
Yes.
Okay, so how did you raise funding for Kraks TV? Like when you were moving from just it being a hobby to being like a full-time business and a job for you?
Okay, so the whole Kraks thing started from an iPhone 6 that I had back then. I think one of my uncles got me an iPhone 6 as a graduation gift.
Aww.
Yeah. So the Kraks company has been 100% bootstrapped. So, like I said, so when we started growing back in the day, I didn't even know we could make money off of Instagram. Wow. I think when we were like 10,000 followers, one guy there was this Mayweather fight.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I think Pretty Mike reached out. Yeah, I think it was one of our very first clients. This Pretty Mike.
Let's promote
the Mayweather fight on page. I'm like, what's called Mayweather? How does that work? He sent 10K and we posted that. That was like okay, wow, we can actually make money off of Instagram. So even though we didn't have any employees then, what we made sure that we did, what I did was all the money that came into us, it was just in an account. I didn't touch the money. So as more adverts kept coming in, I just kept saving. I'm not a lavish person.
True.
And I had like minimal living expenses because I was living under my parents. Yeah, so just savings until 2016, 2017 when we now like set out as a proper company. But they had like enough money and saved up to pay salaries. So even up until now, do enough to pay salaries, and we have like money that we have like a note that we can always fall back on. Yeah, but well, hopefully, I feel like when the time comes to like reach for the stars, we'll definitely look to see if we can get funding, like enough funding. But for now, 100% bootstrapped.
Bootstrapped, okay. So you mentioned having ads on your page. So aside from that, how else do you generate revenue for Kraks?
Okay, so we also do content creation. So most times, most of the adverts out there, they are always like too direct. You want to sell a pen or a soap, and you say buy the soap. Yes, and so the perspective that we offer is we try and create unconventional ads. We just try and like look for subtle ways to sell. Yes, and like primarily we want to entertain the audience and at the same time sell to them. But entertaining them is more important because most times you see ads on YouTube right now. Yes, it's the entertaining ones that you get to watch.
Exactly.
Even if they're selling to you, you don't mind because I've been dreaming and watching. I think a very wonderful was when I saw a girl. She had like a lot of food on her table, and she just kept eating. Took chicken, took cake. It was just appealing. I didn't see it. Later I said, oh, they're advertising, like they are trying to promote a fintech company. But I'll take that. And every time it comes on, I still watch it to the end. So that's the one thing that Kraks offers, the content
creation.
Yeah, content creation. We also do talent management.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we find a lot of big people, a lot of popular people that you know today came to the limelight via the Kraks platform. Trust me, if you have talent, once Kraks posts you like this.
I think I need to come to Kraks.
Trust me, the chances that you blow are great. Like I won't mention names, but there are a lot of people today that owe their successes to Kraks.
I can't testify to that.
We're definitely happy to play that role in society. So we do the talent management. We have a bunch of in-house talents that we manage. What do we do? We do a lot of things. We are very content creation, talent management, advertising, branding, those sort of things. We also do event coverage.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like cover your events. We post it on YouTube, do Insta live coverage.
That's good. Wow, that's amazing. Like you have multiple streams of income.
We try. You have to.
Ads, content creation, talent management.
You have to diversify your service offerings. Yeah. So even if one is not working, at least money is coming through.
That's good. So you guys have heard all the services they provide. So patronize them. I probably need to discuss with Femi about talent management. So I can manage. That's good. All right. So how did you build a successful customer base?
Okay. I think me naturally I'm a respectful person. I try to think that I treat people with respect. Do you understand? So even though I didn't have like any formal training in like customer service, but from my very first interaction with our very first advertiser, very first clients, like I was respectful. I understand. I was not like totally focused on the money I was getting, more on the value. Exactly. Okay. So as long as you put the customer first and you are more interested in solving their problems than just amassing wealth for yourself, I feel like you definitely go far. And I feel like customers tend to see this. Because there's some virtues that you have that you don't realize that a lot of people don't actually have this thing that you actually take all these things for granted. Because I've seen a lot of cases where maybe we've had to interact with other platforms, maybe we're trying to like get third party ads and see how nasty they can be, how I don't know, uncautious, how like. You know, so these are the things that customers look out for that makes you stand out. So you know, if I go to Kraks now, they don't waste time. If they go to Kraks, they treat me with respect. If I go to Kraks, you understand, they keep to their word, they make mistakes, they are apologetic, they don't treat me like, oh, if you don't want, you can go away. So we just try to put our customers first and treat them the best way that we can.
Wow, that's amazing. So, what kind of culture would you say exists in Kraks, and how were you able to build that culture? The unorthodox culture, as you like to call it.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. I think Kraks is right now. I think Kraks is the kind of workplace I would like to work in. Do you understand? I can go to the reception now and turn on the video game and play. There are people that can even come and join me. You know, so like I work on a Tuesday on my native one. I set up with this dress casually, they're comfortable clothing. You understand? We don't come to the office like every day of the week. You understand? As long as you can get the job done, you don't have to like present in the office. These are things that I would love. You know, I'm supposed to work somewhere else. So it's just a chilled environment. It's like a family. I think that more importantly, it's like a family. You understand? Like there's that sense of like having your brother and sister around or coming to work. Most of the people are always happy to come to work. Do you understand? But then again, this wasn't the case at the beginning. So I'm just going to try and get more personal. I think back in the day, all my life I've always been like a perfectionist. You understand? So starting out, our very first set of employees, I would say I was really out on them because I always, I want something done this way. If you don't give me this way, I'm going to fight. So it was really tough, but then I think that's part of growth, right? So you learn, you learn from your mistakes. So okay, this approach, I found like the approach was not working. Like me just being out of there. I think just having to let go. I think over time I have to just let go. So right now I'm just working the way I work with our employees is I trust you, just get the job done. I'm going to give you your freedom, I'm going to be on your neck. I don't micromanage anybody. You understand? So and I feel like that has giving us the better results than opposed to me being headlong with anybody or being on anybody's neck. Like, that doesn't work. Now I have like a lot of free time. My life is easy and soft. Yeah, and everyone is happy, so that works.
That's good. Wow. So I guess a lot of people don't like micromanagement.
No, it's like this new generation. Oh, that's true. Working with the new set of this generation.
New generation Gen Zs.
No, I really suffered. But you learn. You definitely learn how to manage it. But you know, they're a lot of work. I can assure you.
Well, you're coping, so that's good.
Thank you.
All right. So what are some of the struggles you've experienced during your entrepreneurship journey?
Okay. One constant struggle is when your best employees tell you that they have to leave.
Oh my gosh.
Trust me,
it's like heartbreaking.
It's always a constant heartbreak. Although even no matter how I try to format the idea, sometimes I'm like, what is this?
Like
so I think one thing I've learned is as a startup, you have to, you just have to be very aggressive. You know, you have to try and push to accomplish like bigger things because you don't want people to feel like, oh, they've achieved all they can achieve at your company. You always want to like push them to achieve to work on bigger projects, get on bigger clients. You know, so like you just can't be comfortable. You know, because if you're doing the same thing 1 year, after 1 year, 2 years, people get bored and they see another company offering them like something bigger. Most times never about the money. You understand? Of course, most of the cases are always people are looking for like better pay, and that's understandable. So that's one thing on the employee side. Let me see what else. On the personal side, I think over here, most of the employees, even myself, have like work-life balance. That's one thing I'm very proud of, so that's not really an issue.
Okay, what about like the struggles of being an entrepreneur in Lagos, Nigeria?
Okay, there's also the government side of things. It's really tough. It's really tough building a business here because the expenses keep going up. Even you're making enough money, you have to increase salaries so that your employees can have be able to measure up. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. You know, like I think since the COVID time, we even had to raise salaries, even though our revenue hasn't really increased because, of course, we want to try our best to make our employees happy and all that. But it's tough. I'm saying that line to you. Some other issues that we faced. I think that would be all. Okay, well. We also have this particular company, I just had to share since it's okay. This particular company that keeps poaching Kraks. I think we also, it's a popular media company. I won't mention their names. But bro, the number of former Kraks employees that was there is alarming.
Wow.
So anytime an employee goes, oh, this guy is like, oh my god, this guy is again.
So
if you want, won't mention your name, but if you want to get a job at that place, just come out with us.
They'll watch you.
I'm sure they'll come looking for you.
Wow.
Well, so the thing is, I've just learned to look at it with from a different perspective. Like, okay, I guess that's a compliment. If these guys always see something of value, because for most times they're always even employees that I'm not really pulling their weight here.
Wow.
That what shocks me, but they good. But these guys are valuable to like, okay, it shows that there are levels to this thing, so it's all love.
Wow. Sorry, you have to go through that.
No, it's okay. I'm already used to it.
Yeah.
Like when they say that, like, is it this
Is
I said no. Like, okay, that's surprising. But I'll take that as a compliment. To be very honest.
They're doing something good.
Yeah, it's like a company with like a lot of spending power and all of that. It's always looking for our employees. Most times, sometimes even like employees that maybe when they came in, we taught them everything that they know from scratch. And like, okay, that's good. Like for me, of course, primarily I'm primarily interested in the success of the company, but at the same time, I want to see our employees do. I want to see them go on to like do greater things. So that's fine.
It's amazing. Wow. All right. So, how would you say being an entrepreneur has affected your social life, family life?
So at the beginning, when it was just me, because back then I was a social media manager, I was a business,
doing everything.
I was a customer relationship manager.
Wow.
It was a lot. Do you understand? I wake up in the morning, I have to search for content, I have to create content, I have to respond to clients. It was a lot. Do you understand? Like I'll be at the movies with my friends and I'll be looking for content to post.
Wow.
I think for like the first 2 years, I can't say I had social life. Like Kraks was my everything, my breakfast, my lunch, yes. But over time, since we had started like competent employees, I started like setting out like control. Now I think the work-life balance is more. Mine is really comfortable. Yeah, really great right now. But I guess it's just a lesson for everyone. Do you understand? Like maybe at the beginning, it was just like uni. Do you understand? Like me back in uni, for example, like first year, second year, I was totally immersed in my books. It was not until third year I started watching movies. You understand? I don't want to like third year, fourth year I started going to the cinema. My fifth year I was bowling, I was chilling, you understand? Because I didn't really ground. I feel like that's like
the same.
So just put in the right amount of work early on so that you can afford to live a more comfortable life.
I really like that. So your first few years are probably going to be tough. So you're laying the groundwork, you're laying the foundation, and you want that foundation to be solid. But another thing that he said I really want you to take note of is you have to hire competent employees so that you're not the one doing everything or having to micromanage people that you can delegate tasks to and you are sure that they're going to deliver value. So it's going to be tough when you start, but it gets better with time.
Sure it does.
All right. So, what would you say your greatest fear about being an entrepreneur is, and how do you manage that fear?
My greatest fear is running out of money. That's one. Maybe the money that we have not being so valuable, especially with the whole exchange rate and all of that. It's quite scary. So how do I manage that? Well, I ensure that we don't spend more than we need to at every point in time. We've always been, me personally, I'm frugal. Even as the CEO of the company, I ensure that we're as frugal as possible. Do you understand? Like when drawing up like benefits for employees, we make sure we don't go above our means. That's very important. So I feel like everyone has grown with the company. You understand? As the company gets more comfortable, everyone goes along with the company. We don't offer like a salary or benefit that would kill us in the end. So we just try to manage our resources. Another thing that we do to manage our money is I personally always try to like invest the company's money just because you want to leave money in the bank. Exactly. You want to like put this money to work. So even if the exchange rates skyrockets.
Mm-hmm.
The interest you earn from the investments, it kind of like balances out. So that's something that I became like really proactive with on like 2-3 years ago, and it's been very good for
That's
us.
good, yeah. So I like that. So if possible, if you have money laying in your accounts that's dormant, like invest it. And I think something that people usually do now, which I've started to do, is especially with the exchange rate in Nigeria, you probably want to save your company's money in a foreign currency like dollars, because Naira is always devaluing by the day.
We don't want to see this video.
Yeah, it's very. And then you withdraw the dollar and you change back to Naira as needed. Because what is going on in this way, especially with the rate of inflation, it's like the currency is being devalued, and then also the inflation is just ridiculously high. So yeah, these are ways that you can try to manage that.
I know Jesus will return me.
Amen. All right. So what would you do you have any like entrepreneurial tricks or advice that you give people to help them stay focused and productive day in, day out?
I think it's just best to work with higher purpose. Just like I think once you have a purpose, that kind of like really shapes your thinking, shapes your thoughts, also shapes your actions. You understand? It's not enough to go into business or entrepreneurship because you want to make money. Do you understand? If you are going, or you say, okay, I've seen a problem that I'm passionate about, that I'm passionate about solving, that's a higher purpose. Yes, so it's not, you don't base your life on about chasing money. So like once you build that problem solving mindset, money won't even be the one to chase you. So I think it's just a mindset thing. Just fix your mindset, and your entrepreneurial journey should be easy. It's also good to network. Meet people within your circle, outside your circle, share knowledge. Because the number of times, because I feel like once you're in your space, your worldview might be limited.
Exactly.
But when you, because now you return someone with an experience of like another side of life, it just opens your mind to a lot of things. So try and make new people be open to share ideas and knowledge.
That's really good. I like that. Networking is very important.
Very, very.
So if you could offer a first-time entrepreneur any advice, what would that one advice be?
First-time
entrepreneur, like you're just getting into this.
Yeah, don't start with the mindset of you're going to blow instantly. Yeah, like even if you fail, yeah, like failure it's how do I say it? It's just an opportunity to learn. Yeah, very, very important. So yeah, don't start thinking you're going to blow or you're going to make a lot of money from your sense. Like even if you lose all your money or you fail miserably, just see it as a lesson. And build on that.
That's good. So yeah, not everybody blows the first time around, but yeah, just learn from your mistakes, and like you said, be patient. It's a growth process, it's a learning process. Okay, so if you had the chance to start your career all over again, what's one thing you do differently?
One thing I'll do differently. One, I'll do my masters in Canada.
Acquire the second passport.
I know. Before, I did my masters in the UK, and in the hindsight, I would have done my masters in Canada instead.
Same here.
Yeah, so that's one. But on the entrepreneurial journey, I think what I would have changed was because I had co-founders back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm being very personal because it's okay.
Thank you. You see why it's good to network. You see, you guys are getting personal info.
Yeah, so I had like co-founders back then. So I could go back in time because we're no longer together. Yeah, we split like many years ago.
Wow, many years.
Yeah,
wow.
Like 2016, thereabout.
Oh, okay.
So if I could go back in time, I definitely would have tried to avoid that. Because I think right now I would have loved to have some of my co-founders, have some of my co-founders around. So that's, yeah. It was all a misunderstanding. I think all really good friends now. I think we're able to move and learn from that instead. Yeah, so like I always loved them.
Aww.
Yeah, we're still close, still talk all the time. Yes, and I would say like go back in time because one thing we need to learn is friendship and business, those are two tricky things. Yes, and so when you try to mix both together, you just need to tread carefully. Yeah, yes, and so I won't go into details, but yes, so like someone can be your friend, but then once you guys go into business and when there's money involved, you might yourself can be a totally different person. Yeah, so it's just best to always put that in mind when going to business with like friends and family and all that. So like go back in time, that's something I'll try my best to avoid.
So do you think it's advisable to go into business with family and friends?
I personally would avoid it. Do you understand? But I feel like if the terms and everything are well laid out and communicated from the onset, yeah, exactly. Yes, and we tend to go into business with friends and family with just this. We don't communicate our expression. We just assume that this person gets it.
Or they're on the same page.
Exactly. So it's just best to communicate as much as possible. Or have like drawn up agreements. Let everything be in black and white.
Black and white. Yes, so. Wow, that's like really, really amazing advice, guys. And it's funny because I was just telling a friend of mine the same thing because she was trying to get into business with her brother. So if you want to get into business with a family member or a friend, let them be clearly stated out, black and white agreements, expectations, because marrying, business and friendship can get really tricky at the end of the day.
Sure.
So, guys, we're coming to the end of this episode. I'm sure you really enjoyed having Femi Bakre on here. Thank you so much for watching. And please don't forget to like, comment, and ultimately subscribe.
Oh, and you can ask questions in the comments. I'll make sure I reply.
Hey, guys.
If you have any questions, please feel
So if you have any questions for Femi Bakre, please feel free to ask in the comment section. He would answer. See, you guys are getting VIP treatment on my channel though. I need to start charging on me. Alright, thank you so much. Bye.